Eli Voss learned a rule on Helix-9 Station: when powerful people smiled too much, someone was about to bleed. So he avoided the alien Princess Saeryn of the Cathori, had arrived with silent guards and a courtesy visit stamp from station control. Eli was just a human salvage tech. He fixed drones, patched hull plates, and stayed out of royal trouble. But he had seen what she was hiding. One night an urgent order pulled him to Bay 17. The doors were half shut, lights low. Cathari soldiers stood in a circle with rifles raised. Inside that circle lay a dragon, not a storybook beast. A real one, sleek, scaled, and glowing star blue under its skin. One wing was torn. Dark blood pooled on the floor, yet the dragon did not thrash. It only breathes, slow and weak. A guard snapped, "Leave." Eli should have left. Then the dragon looked at him. Its eyes were tired, calm. Almost. Where? Eli stepped closer anyway. "Is bleeding out," he said. "Seal the wing or it dies." The soldiers hesitated. They looked trained for war, not for saving a creature like this. Eli sprayed med foam into the torn edge. The foam hardened and slowed the bleeding. The dragon flinched, then went still. That was when Eli saw a second shape behind a crater, had shaken, star blue like a piece of night sky. It tried to stay silent. Eli placed a heat blanket near it. "Stay warm," he whispered. The hatchling crawled onto the blanket and curled up. A Cathari officer leaned close. "No record, no report. You forget." Eli went back to his bunk with dragon blood on his boots and a secret stuck in his throat. The next morning, Princess Saeryn arrived, so Eli began to avoid her. New shifts, long routes, service tunnels, anything to stay invisible. Because if a princess hit a wounded star dragon on a neutral station, someone else wanted that dragon dead, and humans usually got crushed in the middle. But Helix-9 would not let Eli forget. A warning note appeared in his locker: "Stop walking near Bay 17. His shift lead suddenly lost his schedule and kept sending him to the same corridor outside the royal wing. Twice, Eli felt eyes on his back hold. Patient eyes, then turned to find only empty hall and humming lights. Once, he woke to a tiny sound outside his door, like claws tapping metal. When he opened it, nobody was there. Only a single blue scale, warm as a living coin. Eli stared at the scale for a long time. Someone wanted him scared, or someone wanted him to remember. On the 21st night, Helix-9 dimmed to red emergency strips. Air cycled too fast, and from deep inside the station, Eli heard a low vibration like thunder. Trapped in steel, he stopped walking. That sound was not a reactor. It was a dragon's breath. Eli ran to Bay 17. The corridor was half dark. Security drones hovered near the ceiling, scanning faces. Eli lowered his head and kept moving, acting like he belonged. A drone paused, lens focusing on his badge, then drifted away. Two guards blocked the bay door, rifles up. "Go." The bay doors slid open behind them. A voice spoke in clear, simple English. "Let him in." Eli stepped inside and froze. Princess Saeryn stood under the red lights. Tears ran down her cheeks. She did not wipe them away. "You," she said, voice shaking. "You and Eli, you kept running." Eli swallowed. "Your Highness, you helped him." She cut in. "You helped my dragon. You helped my child." "So, she knew." Saeryn stepped closer, hands trembling. "I asked your chiefs. They lied. Everyone lies here." Her voice cracked. "Why did you hide from me?" Eli had 100 reasons. He chose the only honest question he had. "Why are you crying?" Saeryn's answer was a whisper. "Because I am losing him." Eli turned to the platform in the bay. The adult dragon lay there, chained by energy cuffs. Its starlight was dim, like a dying screen. The hatchling pressed against its neck, making small, scared sounds. Eli's chest tightened. "What happened?" "Poison," Saeryn said. "Slow, smart. Someone sold access." Eli glanced at the cuffs. "Why keep it chained? If he wakes in pain," Saeryn said, "he will burn the station. Then they will call him a monster. Then they will kill him." Eli lifted his scanner and read the dragon's blood markers. The pattern was complex, like code. "This is a lock," Eli said. Saeryn nodded. "A royal seal toxin. Then you can unlock it." Saeryn's eyes filled again. "The seal is not for me. It was made for my brother." She swallowed hard. "He is dead. They called it an accident. I came to find the truth. My dragon can smell lies. He found them, and they tried to silence him." Eli's mind raced. "So why me?" Saeryn pointed at the hatchling. It bonded to you that night. The Adar trusts you. Her voice dropped. Humans are not inside our genetic locks. Your blood is neutral. If this key binds to you first, your body can carry the antidote pattern into him. Eli understood you want me to be the carrier. Yes, Saeryn said. 1 hour after that, it harms you. Teeth slid again. Please. Eli looked at the hatchling. It stared back, waiting. Fear stayed in Eli's bones, but a quiet, human anger rose above a tangle at poisoners who hid behind titles. He nodded. Do as Saeryn's engineers brought an injector rig. Eli simplified it with manual parts. No fancy controls. Just pressure and a hard stop. Saeryn handed him a small vial. 1 hour, she repeated. Eli injected it into his arm. Cold flooded his vein. His skin prickled. Saeryn guided him to a scale seam on the dragon's neck. Eli pressed the injector in place and spoke softly. Easy. It's me. He opened the valve. A thin stream of altered blood flowed into the dragon. For a breath, nothing. Then star-blue light surged across the dragon's body like sunrise under skin. The cuffs hummed, flickered, and the poison markers on Eli's scanner broke apart. Saeryn gasped. Eli's arm burned like fire, but he held steady until the last reading dropped. The cuffs flashed once, then died. Chains fell. The dragon drew a deep breath and lifted its head. Not a roar, a low sound that shook the bay walls like a promise. Eli stumbled back, sweating. How long? Saeryn checked her wrist. 28 minutes. Eli forced a smile. Then we leave before the killers return. Right on cue. Alarms, screamed a voice boomed over the speakers. Security breach. Bay 17. Saeryn's tears vanished. Steel replaced them. They're coming. Guards poured into the corridor, rifles raised. The dragon stepped forward and breathed. Not fire, light. A blue-white wave rolled out. The guards froze mid-step, blinking, hands lowering as if their bodies forgot how to fight. The light did not burn flesh. It made fear feel heavy and useless. Saeryn grabbed Eli's hand and pulled him toward a hidden shuttle. The hatchling hopped after them, claws clicking on metal. Engines roared. The shuttle tore away from the bay. Eli slumped into a seat, vision swimming as the key in his blood burned hotter. Saeryn leaned close. Hold on, we flush it once we clear the station. Outside the window, Helix-9 shrank into a cold ring. The dragon flew beside the shuttle, wings moving like slow waves, guarding them like a living comet. Eli stared. In vacuum, how Saeryn's voice was tight. Starling, old laws, not yours. Eli swallowed. You confronted me in tears. Yes, Saeryn said softer, because I needed one honest soul. Someone who would not bow to titles. Eli gave a weak laugh. I ran for weeks. Yet Saeryn said, when the lights dimmed, you came. The hatchling pressed its face to the glass, making small happy sounds as the adult dragon dipped closer. Saeryn placed a hand over her chest, a Cathorio. Eli Voss, my dragon chose you. My child chose you, and I will not let the council erase you like they erased my brother. Eli's heart beat hard through the pain. So what now? Saeryn's eyes were steady. Now you stand with me. We expose the poison trail. We make them answer. Eli looked at the star dragon flying beside them, bright and free. For weeks he had avoided an alien princess until she confronted him in tears. And in that moment, a human salvage tech became an oath-bearer carrying a living secret. A hatchling's trust, and a promise that humans did not have to stay small. Forever. Eli's fingers closed around the blue scale still in his pocket. It was warmer, now almost hot. A tiny pulse beat inside it, matching the dragon's wing beats outside. Then Saeryn's console flashed a new message. Not from the station, but from a tight beam signal riding their wake. One witness escaped it. We bring him to the council, or we bring war to Earth. Eli looked up. Saeryn's face went still. The dragon outside turned its head, and its starlight brightened like a warning. The hunt had not ended. It had just chosen its next battlefield.